I use ABRA twice a week in my classroom.
Let's go!
Before using the ABRA program, I plan my week's lessons according to the skills that I would like to emphasize. I also take into consideration the themes that I am covering, and I try to integrate it into the program. Because ABRA offers multiple levels of difficulty, I find it easy to modify the program to meet the individualized needs of my classroom. The ABRA program is divided into 4 categories. The first being alphabetics, the second being reading fluency, the third being reading comprehension, and the fourth being writing. Using these categories, I decide on a specific skill that I want my students to develop, and I use the smartboard to introduce the lesson.
Boys and girls, on your laptop you'll choose the bean story. Press go.
Typically, I spend 15 to 20 minutes working on the alphabetics section, and I use it as a whole class activity where I teach a specific skill or reinforce or review a familiar concept.
Choose a letter or letters that make the beginning of this word.
Pen.
The second part is again with the entire class, working on reading fluency and basic decoding skills.
R-O-N-G-E-R. Stronger. Now you say it.
The third part is done in centers. During center time, the children are working on 4 different activities. They're working in small groups. One group is working online. The other group is working on a writing activity. They might be writing an alternative ending to a story. The third group will be working on a sequencing activity or an art activity that goes along with the story. And the fourth group will be discussing the story or reading a reader's theater according to the activities that we are doing. I like using ABRA during center time because it gives me an opportunity to evaluate my students in a small group, whether I'm taking notes or just observing their behaviors and activities during my ABRA lessons. The kids really got fascinated by the characters of the story. I brought up a map of Canada, and we tried to pinpoint where each character came from. Some children have learned to associate each character with a specific skill. So before starting the program, that's the first place you should visit, is the characters in the story. ABRA is a wonderful tool. It keeps the children engaged while it helps develop literacy skills.